great story in the Washington Times today. Biden dismisses GOP border security bill as too tough on illegal immigrants. Really? They want more catch and release. The Republicans want catch and deport. Now, hang on. Here's what Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas says. The fix is in.
The situation at the border is a very serious one, a very challenging one, and a very difficult one. We are building lawful pathways that will provide a safe and orderly way for individuals who qualify for relief under United States law to reach the United States safely.
You know, so what is the plan? And reach the United States safely? Well, I don't know about that. Anyway, joining me is Rick Perry, who not only was former energy secretary, but he's former governor of Texas and knows a thing or two about the immigration. Rick, thank you. You know, what is Mayorkas's program? And what I think is going on here, and this is a good Washington Times article today, Steve Dinan. Basically, Biden said he's going to veto the Republican plan because it's not open enough. It's not letting enough illegals in. They have no, I mean, they're sending 1,500 troops. We love the troops, but the troops are holding hands. They're like babysitters. They're not stopping anything, Rick Perry. I mean, why do we want, whatever happened to catch and deport? I don't want to keep going. You talk, because you handled this for so many years as governor.
Larry, really interesting. I was just going through my rather disheveled office here and ran across a book from 2014 when we were dealing with the illegal children that were being sent up here, and the Obama administration was not dealing with it. That was, 9 years ago. We've been facing this problem for about 4 years. We had it stifled, if you will. We had it stopped. We had the border focused on under the Trump administration. And now you're back to the old Obama administration policies of let them in. Now, you can be a little bit suspect here, and I don't mind if you are, but the point is this a plan? Is this the Biden administration basically being led by the old Obama administration, if you will? There are plenty of them still around calling the shots to dilute the American voting public so much with these people that they're, I mean, 700,000 are at the border right now that they're talking about, literally rushing the border when Title 42 goes away. Larry, this is stunning in its size and the number of people that are coming in. So, you know, I don't know what the strategy is. All I know is it's not good for America.
Just some quick numbers. 1.7 million illegals in FY21, 2.7 million illegals in FY22. Year to date in 23, Rick, 1.5 million. You're going to hit 3 million easy, but without any alternate plan to replace Title 42, you could easily get to 4 million illegals this year. And the thing that's driving me crazy is the Bidens, Mayorkas, with all due respect, they have no alternative plan. Title 42 did a lot of good. You could change the health. Okay, it's not COVID anymore. It could be drugs. It could be fentanyl. I mean, you could do that. But then again, remain in Mexico, build the wall. What's wrong with that stuff, for heaven's sakes? And what's wrong with catch and deport if they don't have credentials? They're not touching any of those successful policies.
No, and I'm very suspicious that they do have a plan. And the plan is, let's see how many people we can come in here and dilute the American public down. I know there are some people who say, oh, that's not what's going on. But I'm about to believe that it is. This war against the West, if you will. If you are an old, dead white guy, they don't like you. And I mean, I watched a really interesting program yesterday with a fellow by the name of Murray that has a book called War Against the West. I recommend everyone take a look at it and read it. This is some pretty fascinating stuff.
Doug Murray.
And so we've got some really, really big problems in this country, and the border is right at the top of it. only behind the economy that is absolutely headed to the ditch.
Yeah, I think that was Douglas Murray, who's a
Murray,
in
yep.
fact, we'll get him on the show. It's supposed to be a terrific book. I just want to run down Republicans on this immigration reform: restart the border wall, add more border patrol, stop all of the unauthorized, people fleeing countries, okay? People fleeing countries on parole or asylum. You can't flee a country just because there's some disorganization or some violence in the country. That's not a reason. That's not a political issue. And basically, they want to end the practice of catch and release. So this is like the debt ceiling. Biden's against it. He said he's going to veto the Republican bill, but he has no alternative. So he says he's going to veto McCarthy's debt bill, but he has no alternative. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was just saying, tell me what's wrong with that. I mean, literally, Mr. President, just get up and debate it rather than saying, I'm going to veto it. Get up and actually say, here is the alternative. Here's what's wrong with it. And he doesn't. He just stands up and says, I'm against it, because that's what his base wants to hear.
I don't know why. I mean, we had this Trump administration, we all put together a pretty good reform plan, okay, that just included things like you got to speak English, you got to know some American history and some American civics. We did have E-Verify in the plan. I don't know why people aren't debating a positive plan. That's what is lacking here. The illegals are wrong. But immigration, if it's done legally, Rick, last point, if it's done legally and sensibly, immigration has been a good thing for this country for the last couple hundred years.
Absolutely. There are so many great legal immigrants that have come in and changed the trajectory of America in a very positive way. I'm going to go back to, I think that the Marxist element in this administration really don't care for American history, what we've done, right, and the thoughtful immigration policy that we've had in the past.
That is so right. They don't want history and civics in this immigration debate. You are so right. Anyway, Rick Perry, thank you ever so much. It's great to see you, as always.